It's the Cable MTG Show.
No power, nothing especially juicy. I'm mad at this crab, only showing up for my opponents the last run. Counterspell's kind of the opposite of what I feel like doing right now. Let's, yeah. Should reach in Bahamut. I haven't been really impressed with Bahamut, but I guess it's something. Yeah, like, is that combo even good? Like, 5 mana, 2 cards, blow up a permanent, deal 9 damage. It doesn't feel good. Which means I should take either Headliner Scarlet or Seething Song. It's probably supposed to be the Scarlet. I'll take this garbage card. I guess. I fucking guess, Hey, Bogia56 thinks the sob, the 6 months. Very unexciting start. In terms of power level. Could lead us to something. I'm gonna grab the Wasteland. So I'm not, like, bricked by Crocus, I guess. We have a Headliner Scarlet here already. If we're reanimating Grizzlebrands and Atraxas, that could be a real thing. 3 cards deep, calling for a new draft. No. I mean, who knows what happens in pack 2 and 3, right? We get 2 more shots of power. Or just fast mana. Dark Ritual stuff. We'll see. I think Palantir's gonna eat. Yeah, right? Get some Emrakul. Get some Eldrazi action in here. Get some big chonkers to bin. Yeah. What do you even do here? And just snuff? Just go around snuffing. Well, speak of the Eldrazi. That's an exciting addition. Not as exciting as Emrakul, but it's something. Oh my god. What did I break? I didn't break anything. I just set down a bottle that I was finishing up with. And, well, it fell over instead of setting down nicely as intended. Wild that this band started as, like, pure ska. I suppose I want Fireball. I suppose. Pivot. I'd say it's more of an evolution. I think they still play some of the old stuff when they're touring and stuff. This track's 15 years old. Like, they're still playing. Putting out music. Kind of wild. A little broadside action. Still don't have anything that costs less than 3. Probably a bad sign. The channel's not crazy with, like, the Lumberjack here. Broadside's so good, though. There's a couple cards here that cost less than 3, but we're going to grab Shieldred. Hello. I just need a Wheel of Fortune, huh? I'm usually not high on Magda, but it does ramp me, right? Which we kind of need. Probe's kind of interesting to know if the coast is clear. What do we got? New graphics? A while back. Like 6 years ago or something? I don't know. Well, that's true. The draft interface got updated more recently. We'll grab the fetch here. Corpse Dance, Worm, Currency Converter, all interesting. Actually, yeah, give me the Currency Converter. Some early game glue. Back-to-back political songs. Yeah. On my wholesome Twitch stream. I just wish people could make art without having to, you know, discuss things that impact them. We're all just trying to escape, huh? Thinking about grief, thinking about Entomb. I should probably grab that Entomb. What a hell of a pack. Yeah, I want the Cliffs, but we're going to take the Fury. Fury pretty sweet with that Bombardiers. What have I liked to have Entomb banned in Legacy? I don't know. I was a bit less invested in Legacy than all the people that were calling for bans. So the man is not looking great. Our curve's looking much better. And our power level's much better. Got a few more cards that can win by their lonesome. Nice to have some of those in your deck. The Entomb's a little lackluster with only Necromancy to benefit. Echo would be a kind of a sweet splash. So Mox Diamond would help our speed quite a bit. I think we want the Demonic Tutor, though. I think we want the consistency. Whatever we're doing, it'll help. Faithless Looting plays really well with Currency Converter. I think I'm supposed to grab the Emperor Bones here, though. That Memory Jar would be pretty sick with Shielded and Bowmasters, too. Yeah, let's actually take the Jar. And then, whatever we wheel will be fine. Thinking about Soul Cauldron. There's also Ghost Vacuum and Cut Down here. Nothing really exciting. Nothing I'm thrilled to throw into the main deck. The Soul Cauldron's like closest to main deckable. But Ghost Vacuum's probably a better sideboard card. That Natali. I think I'm into Natali. Only one reanimation effect and only one breach effect, huh? Still missing like a sneak attack or another reanimation spell. Mana base looking pretty rough. We've passed a couple of duels at this point. Nothing great, right? We haven't passed like Badlands. The Blackleaf Cliffs is going by pretty late, that one pack. I wonder if that means we might wheel something out of this one. One Shards is good here. Feeling this Dark Ritual. Spose. I think I'm supposed to grab the Fire Covenant here, actually. A little bit of fixing there. Helpful. So we have one cut to make. I'm not huge on Magda, but we do need the acceleration. I'm not huge on the Grease Wrench Goblin, but it does play well with like the Currency Converter. Maybe that's just the cut, huh? Yeah, this deck could have used a Mox or two for sure. Would have been a great Soul Ring deck too. Which used to kind of be a joke statement. But my win rate with Soul Ring has actually not been that high lately. It's difficult to draft a deck that has a curve that wants to take advantage of it these days. You thought the Ancient Tomb looked good? I disagree. I haven't been thrilled with Ancient Tomb. One, you're adding a colorless source into your deck, right? So like I'd be cutting the Wasteland for it. I mean, it's just not that good. For two, as the cube speeds up, as the average game length decreases, Ancient Tomb gets worse and worse. Few cards here that only really work with Through the Breach. Maybe I should cut the Ulamog. I do like it. Ulamog is an Atali hit better than hitting Worldspine Worm, but I like Through the Breaching in Worldspine better. Worldspine Worm doesn't gunk up my graveyard if I need to loot it away. Oh, one thing that makes the Ancient Tomb look a little better is we do have Urborg to like let it become a real mana source at some point. What are the odds I get to tutor up a Worm for the Breach versus a Mountain to play Palantir on 3? Just go aggro with this deck. There's not really an aggro deck in my sideboard. So there's ways to become more aggro control. You can board in more disruption. We have some removal spells in the sideboard, and like one, like the 0-4 that becomes a 3-4 that hits a card out of their hand. You could lean in that direction, but that's not really going aggro because you're like also trying to disrupt the opponent at the same time. But that's certainly a valid build of the deck. It's just like playing more of the disruption. So there's not really a way to build the deck to make Carnage Interpreter look good in the curve. It does play well with the Currency Converter, though. And then, yeah, Curtains, Dam. We're not really filling up our graveyard for Nethergoyf, unfortunately. Delayed Blast, Fireball. Those are all interesting cards. Figures trash. I guess I do that. Sure. I feel like Through the Breach Worm is going to be quite good here. Opponent's not playing white. They don't have a bunch of exile removal. They're already at 16. Hey, Funkified, thanks for the 88 months there. Yeah, I didn't want to kill the Boo in case that drew them into a bolt for the 3-3. But again, I think we're still fine. Hey, Funkified. Just got that oh shit, what up? Just got that notification. What are the new cube cards do I like the most and least? I like the 0-3 that draws cards the most. And I think I like the 1 blue tap a creature the least. So against green, the Magda's not going to be able to get in that often. We'll bring in Dam and Fireball. More ways of killing things. Gotta put one card on the bottom. I guess it's this one. I think we're just making a turn 3 Atali. One's got some nice acceleration going. And I don't actually want to pull the Atali with the Entomb here, because if I draw Atali, I can fucking pitch cast the Fury and then just get a Crab, and that'll be just fine. So I don't want to pull a red card out of the deck quite yet. That'll do. Now we want to Entomb on the end of turn. Raphalos is here to party. One big dinosaur, please. These are not the most exciting Atali hits, but at least they're cards. I was hoping to save that Wasteland for the Yavimaya. At the start of the turn, I was like wondering if I should run out the Wasteland or the Urborg, and I was like, well, I guess there's no reason to show them that I've got the Waste. But then somehow it ended up being relevant. Well, I mean, we've got double black here. That's something. Why would I want to Wasteland the Yavimaya? So currently the Raphalos taps for 4, and without the Yavimaya, it taps for 0. It's pretty real. Kind of glad they didn't attack. Because I'm only at 12, so they serve at me for 9, and I decided to take it, and then I'm at 3. It's like just a little too close to dead. So they're blocking here, even though this creature's got trample, because they don't want to give me the coveted jewel, which makes sense. That'd be bad for them. Well, they're playing something. This is a hard cast Emrakul. No, I think it's an X spell. I think it's Walking Ballista. Yeah. That's probably fine. They have a lot of tasty targets for Soul Cauldron. Ballista and such. I don't want to cut any of this shit, though. I guess we're like detutoring for Palantir, and then hopefully Palantir does something. Oh, you know what I should have gotten? I should have just gotten Fury and nuked their board this turn. And then you can just Necromancy the Fury. So I got this mountain to hardcast the Fireball. It's so much worse. And now I'm letting them, like, draw back in, convert all this into cards, make the Fireball look real bad. Whereas otherwise they'd be sitting there with the Guy's Cradle with nothing to do with it. Yeah, I think I'm continuing my long tradition of throwing games today. I don't know what to do about that. Fire Covenant. I think Fire Covenant's much worse too. I think like just get the Fury, nuke their board, leave them with a Cradle that taps for nothing, and then you have a bunch of time and a good card in the graveyard to reanimate with the Necromancy. Just like a clear best play. I know this is fine, but it doesn't really solve the problem that we let them have an extra 4 cards or whatever. And now we don't have anything good to Necromancy. Necromancy kills so quick. If you let it mill the card, it becomes indestructible, and then we can't snuff out it this turn. We'd have to wait till next turn. And just like, none of that sounded good to me, so I just killed it. If there was an outside chance it would have milled something awesome to Necromancy. That's what my tank was there. That was a good draw. Yeah, it's supposed to kill the Bone Crusher, huh? Because then the Cradle doesn't tap for anything. They're just like back on 2 lands again. Oh well. Yeah, it's like F3 or F5 to remove the auto yes. Is the auto yield on currency bad with Necromancy on hand? No, not. I mean, it depends on how many times you think you're gonna want to have to not click through that, right? I hate those kind of like coddling comments. They like sound like questions, but it's actually like trying to remind me not to fucking fuck up my card. Next turn we can just cast the damn crab. Should be good. Nice little play. I think we need to leave our 3/3 bank to trade here. Not the end of the world. A huge regret looting away my Through the Breach, And we have no way of reanimating the Atali now. Kind of just a deck of junk at this point. Looks like lethal to me. Broadside continues to be one of the more fucked up late game cards you can have. It's like so much better in the late game than like just running it out on turn 2 or something. And it's like still good there. What a messed up card. I guess I keep this. Might be Demonic Tutoring for a land again. Currency Converter kind of bailed my ass out that last match. Very good card. Oh shit, what up? Hey, Chittering Rant, sinks up 35. You find that Currency Converter does that for you a lot as well? Yeah. It's like you don't get to flood out, you get to turn in a bunch of 2/2s and treasure, whatever you're missing. Just a whole lot of good stuff. Interesting loot there. You can bin 2 cards with this Terza, but I didn't want to bin one of my other cards. So I didn't. I'm just going to do this now. So I did just lose my red card to pitch the Fury. To go like Bombardiers, hit you, pitch cast Fury, sack Fury to Bombardiers before it dies. You can just get like 7 damage out of nowhere. But there's other red cards in the deck. We currently have other things to sack and other things to play. No big urgency, huh? Sure. Yeah, if I had a land here, I kind of just like hard casting the Fury. They're going to be down to 8. It's a range where you should be a little concerned. Fiery Confluence wins and the like. Crank this back a little bit. Yeah, we only have 11 damage here. Let's cast it. How goes the cubing? Oh, it's been kind of a frustrating day for me. I was like, haven't been playing particularly well, and it's getting under my skin. The decks have been solid, I think, with the actual drafting part. Nothing exceptional, nothing like earth-shattering. Clearing the Skyclave out of the way is worth 6 damage, but sacking the Furies to their face is worth 7. So you get Xaxes this way, but if you kill the Skyclave, you end up short. Bombardier is making a really good argument for itself as, like, my pack wouldn't pick one besides power in this cube. Gonna do the exact same board plan we did against our last green opponent. Bring our removal spells in, bring in the creatures that don't do a good job of attacking out. Could play Cecil. This is an early Death Touch critter. Don't love it, don't hate it. I don't think we need it. Perfect. The perfect hand doesn't exist. Once again, leaning real hard on this currency converter, but the stuff out helps some. Yeah, the Chandelier Maul. No real reason to snuff out next, as opposed to now, as opposed to like waiting. Felt a little more confident killing the cub there, knowing that I had another removal spell lined up. Duke Wiggles signed up for that their factor thing using the link. They need to do anything to make sure I get the credit? No, using the link should be good. Fucking thank you, Duke Wiggles. I really appreciate it. Let me know if you want one of the aforementioned stream perks as my thanks. Hey, cheers. I guess I run this out. It lets them target it with stuff like Pest Infestation. I think they would have hit Converter if they had it in hand, but they could always draw it. There's random white exile effects that they might not want to use on Converter. You want one of those VIP things. Very popular choice. And very deserving. Here you go. Absolutely, Roy. Solitude would be such a beating here. Yeah, I wasn't sure if I should save the memory jar for if we find like orcs or shieldred. Feel pretty rewarded for this Kraken. Yay. We got a little finals here. How did Horse Game go? Horse Game was pretty fun. Pretty chill time. Not the most complex game, but also easy to see why it's popular. So you could Dark Ritual out the Relic of Sauron, which would put you in a pretty solid spot. I think I'm just going to make a Shieldred. currently we've only seen red and blue stuff, and that doesn't have a ton of ways of answering a shielded. Horse game was very confusing because it wasn't cube. I've been doing a lot of variety streams lately, on Fridays in particular. I tried to let people know that I was going to be jamming that. Put it in the stream title and stuff the days previous. Yeah, I need a land here so we can light shatter. Hit some land drops. Did I enjoy the horse girl racing game? I did, yeah. I feel like I just said that. It was fun. Not particularly deep, but easy to see why it's popular. Some addicting gameplay. Am I open to recommendations for the variety streams? Yeah, I've been taking them. So the breach gets them back Tinker. What am I thinking of for the next variety stream? I'm not sure. I'm considering a couple of RPGs that might eat up multiple Fridays. I just finished playing one in my that I've been playing for like months in my like late at night, and now that it kind of feels like a void. I could see trying out Expedition 33, see if I like it at all. They're not tinkering, they're expressive iterationing. Interesting. There's almost no chance I'm going to do another Baldur's Gate 3 run. It's very time intensive. And I've like kind of gotten everything I need to get out of that story. Someone would have to donate a lot. Yeah, I considered Rogue Trader. I didn't stream it not because it was crunchy Crow's Tongue, but because there's a lot of text, and that can be exhausting to stream. I don't really like just like reading at my own pace and skipping through it because everybody reads at different speeds, so you're just like gonna be leaving out X number of viewers. But then when you read it, like all of the text, and then also like it actually like pulls me out of a game, which is the opposite. The really nice thing about Baldur's Gate 3 was that the voiceovers were so talented, really drew you into the story. My Dark Urge run was a fun one. Yeah, I only streamed the first play session of that one. I really enjoyed that run as well, but almost all of it was streamed off, or was not streamed. Almost all of it was played offline. That one I was attempting to like be evil the entire time, but I was also trying to play with the party members that I had not gotten my first time around, and do things that I hadn't done my first time around, which meant that I was trying to be evil and then also have like Jaheira and Minskin in my party. And at the very end, Jaheira like legit got through to me. Slay the Spire? Yeah, I'm sure I'll stream the new Slay the Spire. I streamed the new Monster Train when it came out. I win. Did they kill themselves or something? They had Manifold Key to make their Blightsteel unblockable. Maybe they missed it. I don't know. I don't know what all that was. Disco Elysium at some point? Yeah, Disco Elysium got like all voiceovers added, right? It's a hard one to plan for because I think you like probably want to be in a certain mood for it, but I agree it would be a good one for some time during the 365. Slay the Spire is a good airplane game. Disco Elysium is text the game. Yes, it's voiceovered, but it's so much text. I guess I don't understand. Well, I'm glad. I bet they're glad they didn't waltz Wheel of Fortune into this. Caleb might love Death Stranding, but it's PS5 only. I streamed God of War on PS5. Or maybe that was PS4. No, I did both, I think. Second main phase, Haste Creature, that we're running. Oh shit. Hey, Polish Sniper, thanks to 92 months. Sniper says subtime. Let's fucking go. Herpa derp derp. All the herpidas and derpidas. What's the opponent doing? They're trying to win, They do a breach in their deck. So maybe they're trying to put some stuff together. Yeah, if they found very specifically like Brain Freeze plus Ancestral Recall off that, then maybe that could have won. But we still have World's Spine Worm in our deck. That probably wouldn't have gotten there. Funny end though, All right. I think I'm going to cut out a little early tonight.